Angela had a little boy at 15. California, Mexican, American dream. It's a good day if she ain't getting beat. When things got too tripped out there, my mama had to leave. My first memories playing Sonic on my Genesis. Landing bicycle kicks and stacking Tetrises. Get up in trees every time I got a chance. Scarred phone when I got impaled by a branch. Things got too tripped out, then the family had to burn. Like rebirth, came to Texas in a Firebird. Just the clothes on our backs. With Cleo the cat, I was in the back seat. Laid across my Thea's laps. Lakers colors I don't watch but gotta rep. Had to jump on concrete if they caught me on the bed. Cali tamales as big as our heads. Sunday morning getting barbacoa and Big Red. Raised tough, all that California love. Had a roof above, played every day, that's enough. Grandma always prayed wouldn't end up in the cuffs. Underraised, first time I stood in front of a judge. Playing stolen games en la noches. Watching out for them big flying roaches. In class couldn't focus at all, with hopeless. Don't waste time hating on me, I won't even notice. Came to Texas, now we riding slow. On the night in Little California was our home. This your West Coast, what we know. Sitting on a couch playing on my 6'4". Covered in the dirt and the scraps like a Mad Max. These dropping bombs like they got banned. These rat traps backstab like some Predacons. Soon as I could reach some more handles, I would cut the lawn. Watching Sesame Street when she took me to the back room, push head down like a noogie. Monster, stuff on my mouth full of cookie. In a simulation, I'm rocking a hologram hoodie. Mama dragging me to church every weekend. House calls just to pray away the weakness. You can hear it down the block, brake screeching. Going to a Monte Carlo from a Lincoln. Grandma kicked my mama out the house again. She's the one that taught me all about self-empowerment. Late night hours when thoughts getting ugly. Young me accepting that my father never loved me. Grew up in a house found before electricity. Grandpa had 5 kids that feed that's real wizardry. Playing D&D with that magic artillery. Same hands hitting me made beautiful calligraphy. And you know I didn't fold. On the night in Little California was our home. That's your West Coast, what we know. Sitting on a couch playing on my 6'4". West Coast to the dirty south, riding slow. Best smoke, learn to count, playing dominoes. Shut your mouth, boy, hurry now, vamonos. Magic leaves, ain't no with a pot of gold. What you know, have you ever felt alone? Reading comic books, I started drawing on my own. Before flipping deals with Mephisto. Sitting on a couch with my 6'4".
My name is Gross Angel, nerdcore rapper. Nerdcore is a subgenre of hip hop that I think is the subject matter that makes it what it is. And it's a lot of like, it's very referential. Different fandoms, you know, anime, comic books, video games, movies, just fandoms that we were into, you know, when we were kids, and we just want to, you know, just talk about it. Even like talking about like making regular songs, I'll still reference a lot of like comics and movies, just what I know, what I grew up with. And that's what I think I consider nerdcore, is that. Paying reverence to the past and stuff we like. I do a lot of like fighting game stuff. So I like Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Super Smash Bros. Talk a lot about like comic books, X-Men specifically. I'm a huge X-Men guy, which I'm glad is kind of coming back into the front. A lot of Spider-Man stuff, Batman, stuff like that. A lot of like, it's real heavily 90s. I'm a 90s kid, so real heavy 90s stuff. When I was 10 or 11, I got an acoustic first stacked guitar. So like real, you know, cardboard and hot glue kind of guitar. But it got me into playing and learning as many songs as possible. So that's where I got started. I'm a guitar player first. I was a rock dude all day, every day. 99.5, it's like all we jammed. Is rock and metal. I didn't start getting into hip hop and rap until I found like I said, like MF Doom and like Eric B and Rakim were ones that really brought me in. But I didn't learn about them until like high school. The Gorillaz Demon Days album is when like I like really started transitioning into like listening to other kinds of music, because I didn't know what that album was, but there's so many genres like mixed in there that like after hearing that, I was just really wanted to explore other sounds, and MF Doom, the late great, was on there. So that really got me into him and that type of production and stuff. It's usually I'm just like throwing stuff around to see what sticks. But a lot of the times it'll start with a sample. I beatbox a lot, so I'll beatbox, and if I like a particular cadence or rhythm, then I'll just kind of like, throw it in the back of my head, like on the back burner, and then pull it out later when I'm like actually programming drums. But a lot of the times, like samples and drums. I have a loop station that my mama bought me. It's a RC 505. So like I'll just kind of like improvise things on that to get like ideas. And then if I like that, then I go into FL Studio, and that's like my only DAW. And most of it's like, they call it in the box, like done in the computer. I don't really have any like I have some analog equipment, but I rarely use it. My process recently has been all right, just verse. Just like a whole verse for the length of however long the instrumental is. I'll write over the chorus part, over the intro, over the outro, just verse. And then I'll go back and just cut out, just trim fat, just try to give myself more to work with than I need, so then I can condense and consolidate. That's what I'm trying right now. I just released like a new album. It's called Action Figures. And it's very much just like about I guess like my life from whenever we came here to Texas from California to the time I was around 10 or 11. It's just like that chunk of time. So it's very much like in that space. Being in nerdcore, you talk about the past stuff. And I wanted to make a project where I was like, here's everything from my past I could talk about, and then I'm not gonna touch it no more. Or not like from a songwriting perspective. So I just wanted to get all that out and then kind of separate the time pieces, So the songs I'm doing are there's like 3 songs from that album that I'm performing. The first one being kind of about how it felt weird coming from Cali to Texas. And like in our house was like one culture. And then immediately outside of the house, it was like a wildly different culture, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, not like, it wasn't bad. It was just talking about growing, having a different culture in the household as opposed to your surroundings and the schools and the teachers and all that. The second song is the title track called Action Figures. I just want to like pay homage to like older stuff in the 90s. The sample is from the 1960s Spider-Man cartoon. Like I like to sample the old cartoons. I think it just gives it like a texture that they have. But that one is just kind of about different, figures I had growing up and just kind of being like a spaz as a young boy. I'm doing like 2 songs in one, sort of, if that's cheating, but it's like 1 verse from each one. The first one, Action Figures, and the second one's called Straight Out the Page. It's about like comic book adaptations, and they always just change things like that I don't think they should. So it's saying like, if you're gonna take this IP and do something with it, then I like it straight out the page. Like, don't be changing stuff, just leave it alone.
This song's called Action Figures. Hey. I don't need nothing else, I got my action figures. And the clash is always the man's a victor. On the big screen where exposure that's a bigger. If I'm distracted cause I'm thinking about my action figures. Yo, I'm really bad at action. Gave my mama heart attacks when I was doing backflips. Overactive, jungle swinging from the branches. X-Men had me wishing I could live in the expansion. I'm getting kicked out of places when no one wants to skating. Spray painting, making words map out like comic pages. Boxing gloves with local fucking rock stations. Boys being boys, homie, ain't no need to complicate it. If it don't involve action in it, then I'm lacking interest. I was distracted in my class and making bad decisions. But back on track, my hand is scratching, snipping banana stickers. Yeah, these are action figures. I don't need nothing else, I got my action figures. Epic clashes always, the man's a victor. On the big screen where explosion blasts are bigger. If I'm distracted cause I'm thinking about my action. moving on, but never with the plan. Skating rooftop, slam glass pieces in my hand. Said I need to relax, but for hyper kids it's hard to listen. When grandpa caught me slipping, hit hard as the dark magician. I'm always on a mission for escape, I need that Superman figure flying overhead, he speed best. Didn't even see that a dark step my kneecap. For a moment, man, it still a told me believe that. I don't need nothing else, I got my action figures. Epic clashes always demands a victor. On the big screen where explosion blasts are bigger. I'm distracted cause I'm thinking about my action figures.
See it, but I don't believe it.
Hey, so that was action figures. This one is about comic books, because if you grew up with action figures, you probably read comic books. I like adaptations, but I don't like when they change details for nothing. I like it straight out the page. I'm gonna read them all day, from paper to screen, not a thing gotta change. Rose to fame and my coming of age. I like games and the shows and the movies, straight out the page. I could read them all day, from paper to screen, not a thing gotta change. Rose to fame and my coming of age. I like games, shows, movies, straight out the page. Eyes jumping from panel to panel. Amazing heroes in epic battles. The moral impact substantial. Have my hand reaching out like Batman's grapnel. I like my adaptations accurate. Make up your own stuff, a pass like flashing lights. Ain't having it with creative control. Can't make your own, imitating like scrolls. Changing character traits and I'm triggered. Still mad that Who Wizard is a blade killer, but you must be smaller, broad, bronze, paint thinner. I like action figures with all the accessories, all of the vehicles, weapons, and the enemies. Missteps a legend, missteps get penalty. Can't change it now, that's ink over penciling. I've been a child of the atom all of my life. On the arcade, then I'll take you for a ride. Sidelock, perfect curvature, the sprites. Capcom doing that right, straight out the page. I could read them all day, from paper to screen, not a thing gotta change. Rose to fame and my coming of age. I like games and the shows and the movies, straight out the page. I could read them all day, from paper to screen, not a thing gotta change. Rose to fame and my coming of age. I like games, shows, movies, straight out the page.
Viva Taco Land, back in the day, they had an open mic hosted by Spy MC, and I went and checked that out. And then that kind of got me introduced to like the underground hip hop scene in San Antonio. And that kind of spread into figuring out there's like a whole like boom bap scene. It's like, for people that don't know, boom bap is more like, it's also pretty referential to like the 90s and stuff in terms of like the sound and the equipment that they use. They hold on to like traditions more, you know, like they're still like sampling vinyls and producing on like an SP404 like drum machine kind of stuff, MPCs and things. I like it because there's no like bells and whistles, you know, it's like meat and potatoes, like here's a beat and here's bars, like real lyricism, wordsmith type stuff. But I'm kind of like in and out of a couple different scenes, because there's the underground hip hop boom bap scene, and then like the nerdcore space is like a different space. Those Venn diagrams rarely cross over each other, but I'm like right in the middle of it. So when they do, it's nice, but it's not too often that those worlds collide. There's an event that goes on every couple months or so called the Art of War. Mark Gonzalez puts it on, and it's super cool. They have I think called track battles, where you go and like perform one song and they judge you based on different criteria, and there's a winner for that. But they also have live beat battles where they have like producers make their beats, like it's like a live beat set, you know, they have X amount of time, and it's cool to see like people will pull up with like, you know, an SP404, like some dude pull up with like a whole keyboard. Some people like scratch vinyl during it. It's just cool to see like all the different ways that you could make music. I think anybody who's getting into production or into hip hop should go to those and just see like these are all the different paths you could take. Oh, the first time I was just stiff, dude. I was that tripod right there, just stiff. And like, look, I think people took video of it, and I watched it back, and I was just hanging out, you know, solid like a tree. And back then I did a lot of like what they call like speed rap. So it was just nonsensical, just like it was not the move. I've learned to kind of let things breathe a little more, but it was absolutely terrifying. And when you're by yourself, there's like, it's nothing to hide behind, or like nothing you can be like, oh, well, this guy messed me up, or XYZ. Like, it's kind of all on you. Button Masher is like a good example to where the song concept was thought like this would be like a fun thing to do live. There's a couple songs that like that was the intention. I'm more of like, I just want to perform the songs. I'm not super into like the recording process. You know, I think music should be performed live. I think that's like the true form of it. So it's mostly written with that intention in mind. I would say definitely just practice like too much. Like, practice until you hate the song. There's a saying that says, don't practice till you do it right, and do it until you can't get it wrong. Like, do it too much. Because it's not gonna, like, it is what it is. Being on stage and people looking at you, you're gonna take that in how you take it in, and there's nothing that can like ease that for you. You just gotta like do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're never ready. You're only ready the second time. So just do it the first time and just suck, and then you'll be all right the second time. It's a lot of like underground and DIY and just like make it happen yourself. Like, from my perspective, like a lot of the artists I talk to are also like, you know, at the same level. So sometimes it's not about like trying to get on a show. Sometimes it's about like booking a venue and getting other artists and just putting a show on yourself. I feel like there's a lot more like gusto in terms of like making things happen. People need to come out and be a participant in the scenes that they want to benefit from at some point. It's easy to just show up and eat, but you gotta show up and support other people too. Those smaller steps need to happen in order to make a bigger thing happen, you know? I think it gets over, like San Antonio might get overlooked a lot because there's Austin. And I feel like a lot of touring acts will just go to Austin and like that's the Texas stop, you know, like Austin, DFW, Houston. If we were to like, as smaller groups of people, have more community-driven events that can snowball into something bigger, then it'll make tours like pull up in that way. I was trying for a while and it's rough. I was hosting a monthly like cypher event, but it's rough. It's hard. Props to people. I ran out of people that I know real fast. Like, because I tried to have like it was an open mic, 3 featured artists, and then like a cypher at the end. And I quickly ran out of like artists. Like, I was like, man, I thought I knew more people than that. There was never a bad experience with it, but things just, got busy, and I was like, I'll put this on hold and come back to it. But I just don't think I have the Rolodex to keep that consistently going. But I would like to, take another stab at it. The next one's called Kaiju. It's just a song, Kaiju means just big old monster stomping around, destroying cities and stuff. Sometimes you just gotta puff your chest out and stomp around like King Kong.
The song's called Kaiju. I just wanna stay inside my room every day, hoping I die soon. Starting making waves like a typhoon, stomping around like a kaiju. Ain't nobody do it like I do. Born by to take your waifu, put the fear of Godzilla inside you. Stomping around like a kaiju. Ay, I don't even need a head start. Real monsters juggling like all these reptards. People wanna talk mess, but the best part is I have where they switch it up like a centaur. Ay, I was beat down, never broke. From a downfall, you would hope. Now you can watch me grow like the end of every single Power Rangers episode. Cause I be that kaiju stomping. When the start going off, can't stop it. Top got the beat like another when it's bombing. When the start going up, breath be atomic. Try to warn us, but they won't hear us. That's bad luck like a broke mirror. Now you wonder why I'm so fearless. Went from a little lizard turned into a Gojira. Hand on Bible. Never forgiving my rivals. If you catch me saying that a beef is final, call a nurse, check my vitals. So I just wanna stay inside my room every day, hoping I die soon. Start to make waves like a typhoon, stomping around like a kaiju. Ain't nobody do it like I do. Ay, born by to take your waifu, put the fear of Godzilla inside you. Stomping around like a kaiju. I don't do nothing halfway. Yeah, I'm gonna work until I make my back break. Real King Kong breaking out of that chain. Only game that I play is going on a rampage. Little Biggie stand no chance. So forget a strip of bacon cause I want the whole ham. Rap rappers need hold hands, fight the fly, your bubbles spitting flames like I was Rodan. Kaiju, homie, I'm enormous. Look at my wife, she gorgeous. Said she liked my performance, never get hit 3 times like a Dora. Losing my patience, wasn't even trying to get a payment. Now they're looking at me saying I'm changing. Instead it's called growth, you can blame radiation. Hand on Bible, forgiving my rivals. If you catch me saying that a beef is final, call the nurse, check my vitals. People know the deal when about to go overkill. All the bonus side, the body gonna be the book to heal. Always moving here harder than the valley, hold the field. And now they're scared of me and they ain't see me like a Cloverfield. Cause I've had it up, get the body started, stack them up. They can't do nothing like attacking that beside the camera. Can't imagine all my massive Vegas taking smashing you. Heavy panic like the tentacles of the crack and grabbing you. Hey, I just wanna stay inside my room. Every day hoping I die soon. Starting to make a waves like a typhoon. Stomping around like a kaiju. Hit you with the high juice. Like to write you, bite you, paralyze you. Going right through with a small size dude. Into my rhymes flew, then I grew. Now I'm heels like a kaiju. Hey, ain't nobody do it like I do. Born by the day, yo, waifu. Put the fear of Godzilla inside you. Stomping around like a kaiju. Hey, ain't nobody do it like I do. Born by the day, yo, waifu. Put the fear of Godzilla inside you. Stomping around like a kaiju.
I would really like for people to check this project out. And it's like, it's out for free. Like, I'm not trying to get paid off it. I just want people to check it out. I'm usually a just, drop and forget it kind of guy. But I put a lot of like time and energy into this particular project. And it's like, it's pretty personal. Like, I put some things in there that like, I didn't think I wanted to put in there. But I just was like, as I was writing, I was like, if you write it, you just gotta leave it in there. grossangel.bandcamp.com. It's a download, pay what you want with no minimum. You can go get it. All my stuff's on there. But that one is like one that I'm pretty proud of and I would like for people to go check out. It's like self-produced. I produce all my own beats, so everything on there from front to back was completely done by me. On Instagram, it wouldn't let me just put Gross Angel, so it was like gross __ because it makes that dumb little face. So if you put Gross Angel, it should pop up. You'll see like an action figure that I made of myself. I made like a literal action figure of myself for promotion. So it's just like a bunch of pictures taken of a toy. Yeah, that's me, dog. Yeah, I've been using this for like all the promo. I took him everywhere. We just went to like Milwaukee and stuff, and I took him, and anytime there was like a cool spot, I was like, I'm gonna get a little picture. And the last one's a button masher. Like I said, I play a lot of fighting games, and which means I'm not really great at any of them. Just kind of run your fingers across it, hit all the buttons, accidentally pause a few times. You just gotta figure it out.
All right, this song's called Button Masher. Button masher. I'm gonna win, I'll push it faster. You got skill, but it doesn't matter. Hey, button masher. I'm gonna win, I'll push it faster. You got skill, but it doesn't matter. Hey, homie got a new fighting game. Ask me if I knew how to play. Say I never seen that game of my life. Put it on, homie, I'ma beat you anyway. Cause I got more kicks than hip-hop. Put in my fist in your hitbox. Ain't no shame in the way I play the game. Yeah, I got more spam than the emails inbox. Hands crazy like a left wanna smash bros. Let your weird thoughts know, let me have those. Man, I love this, when we playing justice. Got my thumbs moving faster than flash flows. I'm very on the booking it. Screw a moves list, I don't even need to look at it. Now my homie getting mad because I'm whooping them. I found one button that works, can't push it in. Button masher. I'm gonna win, I'll push it faster. You got skill, but it doesn't matter. Hey, button masher. I'm gonna win, I'll push it faster. You got skill, but it doesn't matter. Survival of the fittest like Mob Deep. I'm a boss like a Yachi. Make it simple like Mara Gab Con 3 on a roll like Katamari Damashi. Can't get on my level. Make a health bar red as the devil. Pulling out machine guns at the laser. There's amazing. Then I randomly perform an accident. Super specials like, wait, how did that happen? Did one move and it did a lot of damage. I just figured out how to use one special move. Now you are gonna lose because I'm just gonna spam it. Yeah, homie, you know that a master woman tactic is a static of fun and knocking. But I'm just gonna be slapping it. Gonna be catching wins and I don't even need no practicing. Hitting all of the buttons around him. I'm just button mashing him. button masher. I'm gonna win, I'll push it faster. You got skill, but it doesn't matter. Hey, button masher. I'm gonna win, I'll push it faster. You got skill, but it doesn't matter.
Clan of dooms, the kind of dudes they put aside a padded room. The clan of dooms, the kind of dudes they put aside a padded room. The clan of dooms, the kind of dudes they put aside a padded room. The clan of dooms, the kind of dudes they put aside a padded room.
I'm a rider to go mad because you never had a chance to hit. Now the hell bar is getting really fast to vanishing. Right in, teleporting, coming back, zapping them. Saying keep grabbing them, and then nobody slamming them. At the higher caliber, I got me gonna crack a whip and near to go to with the copper widow that I'm danger with. Coming at me with your tactics, homie, I ain't having it. I'm like Shao Kahn, terror when I'm gonna laugh at them. Button masher. I'm gonna win, I'll push it faster. You got skill, but it doesn't matter. Hey, button masher. I'm gonna win, I'll push it faster. You got skill, but it doesn't matter. Thank you.